You're here because you want to see some sick Fortnite maps. Well, you've come to the right place. Alright, let's just get to it. Actually, I just gotta say, I'm not sponsored or anything by any of these maps. They're in this video because I really like them. Oh, alright, anyways, first up. Ship Happens by Nuts and Bolts. This is a really fun disaster prevention game where you're on this spaceship that needs to deliver a shipment of slap juice, but everything is collapsing around you and the only way to survive is to repair the ship. You need to weld back together pipes, refuel generators, and put out its fires. It's pretty fun and I'd recommend checking it out. Second up, BIOME WARS by Brandy Build. This is actually one of the better Battle Royale maps I've seen out there. I just like the look of it, the feel of it, you know? And I also like Brandy Build's dedication to the lore and storyline of his own map. There's a bunch of unique mechanics too, and the POI designs are just, wow. It's really good. Go check it out. Next up, we got Grill House by Insane UEFN. Okay, Grill House is pretty fun. Your restaurant just made the best burger in town, so in a plankton-style revenge, all the other restaurants want to steal it. So your goal is to ruin and blow up everyone else's businesses. Now, is that legal? Probably. This is the first map I've actually seen with first-person hand-to-hand combat, so I'd recommend checking it out. Next up, we got Fortnite Survivors by Neighbor. Heard of Vampire Survivors? Get ready for Fortnite Survivors. This is a really good map. I like the weapons. The weapons you can use are really cool. Like the little, the shurikens, all the mechanics. It's really fun and I'd recommend checking it out. Next up, we got Japanese Zombie Survival by Arliaku, and I don't know to say his name. Oh, okay, now this is another Vampire Survivors inspired map. There's custom effects, etc. Just like the last one. It's Vampire Survivors, so you can't really go wrong with that. So check it out. Next up, we got One Way Out by Will. This is inspired by some Roblox mode. I think it's called Breaking Point. I don't know. I don't play Roblox. Anyways, this is really interesting. 16 players gather and you can vote on which two battles to death. Whoever survives wins. It's pretty fun. I recommend playing with a bunch of friends or just with random people. Doesn't really matter. You gotta play this multiplayer to have the most fun. So I'd recommend checking it out. Next up, we got Disaster Island by Pixel Hunters. Okay, this is another Roblox-inspired game. Disaster Island is a game where you must survive on an island while disasters are trying to kill you, like tornadoes, volcanoes, aliens, etc. You know, the usual day-to-day life in Los Angeles. Okay, I've seen a bunch of disaster maps in my time. This is probably the most high quality and best in my opinion. Also, I gotta add, the trailer they made is really good. I like the animation they did. Next up, Dreamlands. Oh, would you look at that? It's one of my maps. Dreamlands is a single-player story experience with 25 to 40 hours of story, unique characters and locations. This was in the oven for 5 years. Recently, every single chapter finally was released, and that comes up to a total of 40 chapters. So if you check it out, I would not mind that. Next up, we got City of Madness by CGI Collector. This is a cool open world game akin to the likes of GTA, where you can explore a massive city, drive around, there's like trains that go around, it's cool. It looks really unique too, and it's also developed by a really small team of creators. If you go check this map out, and also them too, that'd be cool. Next up, we got a spooky one. Anomaly Breach SCP by Howtwoboss. It's a body cam horror where you must walk through this forest as, you guessed it, an escaped CP thing is coming after you. It's pretty cool, and one of the more unique maps I've seen out there. Next up, we got Super Obby 64 by Angel Carusi. Okay, it's a Super Mario 64 inspired game. What more is there to say? It's pretty fun, and there's custom sound effects, and you get this funny head-on that looks like, the certain character I can't say because Nintendo will come after me. Check it out. And lastly, in our normal Fortnite creative maps for this month is Occult Chambers by Born Monkey. Occult Chambers is a short immersive dungeon puzzle game where you must go through this very dark temple, solving puzzles and fighting monsters. It's made by an indie guy in India, so go check him out, he's pretty cool. And last bit in this video, we're going to cover some rocket racing maps. Underwater Racing by Dark 3D. This is a cool little underwater thing. I like the aesthetic and it looks very nice, and the underwater parallax effect is, pretty nice as well. Plus it's pretty fun too, so I'd recommend checking it out. Next up is Board Games by Nors. You get to race along this giant table that's like, has a bunch of board games on it. It reminds me of Tabletop Racers if anybody's ever played that game. So I'd check it out. And to round off the video, the OUTBETWEEN by me. This map is set in the OUTBETWEEN, an alternate dimension, which is featured in Dreamlands. So if you play that, you'll understand the lore, okay? You know what I mean? So just go check it out. Anyways, that concludes the map showcase video for the month. Remember to check out all the creators and their maps featured in this video. And also to put any maps you want to see in the next video, either it be your map or someone else's map, in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe and watch these videos. That's about it. See ya around. Also, there is no good Lego maps. Like, does anybody know any good Lego maps? If you know any good Lego maps, put them down in the comments, because I cannot find any.